Hello, and welcome to the first lecture of Discourses on Human Virtues. We can name it Discourses on Human Virtues. We can also call it a discourse on human virtue. Sometimes we also call it a discourse on human values. So, this is a compulsory course for all the students of architecture, engineering, sciences, humanities, and so on, economics, and all. In this course, we discuss a few things which are very important for moral judgment making or how to take moral decisions. So, this is basically a course which is intended at that. So, let us first go directly to what are its contents, what are the things which we have to look for, what is the pedagogy which is associated with that, and how to cope up, right? So, I'll start with the presentation now. Okay, so as I told you that this is basically a course which we can call it Discourses on Human Virtues, and this is the primer. This is the primer presentation. So we will just look at the basics of this course. What are its contents? How we have to study? What are the course material? What are the contents of the course, and so on. So let us go first to the course code. The course code is PCL 1067. The LTP structure is 300. That means there will be only lectures. There are nothing else apart from that. We do not have any tutorial, or we do not have any practicals or any lab work associated with this. And the credit is basically, or the credits of this course is 3. So this is something which is known to us. uh, let us go to the objective of the course. So what is going to be the objective of the course? The objective is, as I told you, is to promote value education among students. To achieve this objective is by way of clarifying certain fundamental issues which are central to our life. The issues are to be taken from the leading streams of thoughts about morality, particularly developed in the Indian tradition. So, in fact, this is a course which is run by a lot of educational institutions now. It is one of the AICTE requirements, and mostly this course is taken in Hindi, but for the benefit of all the students, and also as per our university's mandate, we will keep the course purely in English. However, if there are requirements, we can always jump to Hindi for a basic understanding of this course. The classes, because if you understand the pedagogy of this course, the classes are supposed to be participatory and interactive. So, irrespective of the fact that it is going to be an online course initially, I do not know whether we will continue with the online platform for most of the course or for the whole of the course. But if we get chance to go for the offline mode, it will be even better. But does not matter what, we have to engage in a lot of discussion, because this course is not only something which can be, just illustrated or just taught. Rather than, you need to participate in it. So you have to be very participating as well as very interactive in this course. Besides, the students are also engaged in some specific psychophysical training, or some kind of mental and physically engaging pattern of life. So you will see that it's not only the mind, but it's also the body which is important for us, and we need to transform it properly. So those are going to be certain basic things which we will be discussing in this course. Now let us come to the lecture plan. What are the things which we will be discussing in this course? Now, the first thing which we will start with is, what is value education? Because we are educated, all of us are educated, and we are also trained in certain kind of disciplines. But have we inculcated the values which are required by an educated person? Because what is happening these days, and this is something which I have found many a times, and I have also quoted that irrespective of the fact that we have turned educated, we are more criminal minded, or we tend to do certain things which uneducated people do not even think of. So the problem is that we are getting educated, we are getting smarter, but then we are not adding values to our life. So it is important that we should understand that there is a need for some kind of value education. What are those things? And what is it which is understood as value education is something which we will be discussing all through the course, but we'll start also with that thing. Second thing is that there is a need to differentiate between what is knowledge and how it is different from skill. So that understanding, because it is called Vidya and Shilp, right? So what is the difference between Vidya and Shilp is something which we will be also discussing in the second week of this course. Because as you can see that in a week, we have around 3 classes or 3 lectures. So if we have 3 lectures, so more or less we will be discussing these topics in this way. The third thing which we have to discuss is the difference between value and virtue, because as you can see that we have divided this or we have named this course as virtues rather than values, but we talk about value education as well. So what is that differentiating line between values and virtues is something also which we need to understand. Then we will be discussing the notion of dharma. Now, usually and mostly we think that dharma is akin to the English understanding of religion, which is actually not, because dharma in Indian philosophy or dharma in the Indian context or in the Indian, I will say, system is very, very different and more holistic than the notion of religion in as we found or as we find in the English say world or the Western tradition. So we will understand the concept of dharma, which is an extended understanding, more through this course. Then we will also discuss about moral agency. Now, who are moral agents? Whether moral agents require some kind of behavior which is different from non-moral agents, or whether somebody can receive a certain kind of behavior because of moral agency or not. All these things are certain things which we'll be discussing in the later part of the course, that will be in the week 5. And last but not the least, and this is something which is before the minor 1 examination, we will be discussing about the freedom of will. So you will come to know about a lot of philosophical notions which are important for all of us to understand that how these things are important in our life. So we will be discussing freedom of will as well. After that, the minor examination will be there if we have 2 minor examinations. If not, so there will be some small changes in this course, but does not matter what. In week 7 of this course, we will be discussing human being and human person. Right? That is the human existence. Also, we will be discussing the basic human aspirations like happiness and prosperity, because both of these things are very, very important for us, and mostly we do not understand the difference between it, or we are bewildered with certain kind of understandings which are not exactly the things which we require. We will also in this course talk about 4 types of harmony. Now, what are the 4 types of harmony? The first harmony is in me, that is I. The second type of harmony, or the second level of harmony, is me and my family. The third type of harmony is me and my society. And the fourth type of harmony is me and the environment. So we will discuss these 4 levels of harmony. We call it the individual, the family, the society, as well as the nature. You can also call it environment, right? So these things we will be discussing before the minor 2 examination. And in the last part of the course, we will be discussing about the cardinal human virtues such as compassion, wisdom, and so on. We will be also discussing justice, tolerance, non-violence, service, and so on. We will be also taking a lot of illustrations in this course so that you get a more clear understanding that why it is required or what is the need of this thing. Because I may tell you one thing before you start the course with, that all these things which we are proposing in this course is a proposal. You need not accept it. You need not take it as a word written in a religious or authoritative text and you have to accept it without questioning it. you question it, we will have discourses, we will have discussions, and we will see whether it is the right thing to do or not. If you have a better plan, we are ready to accept it, right? So these are certain things which should be there in your mind right before you start with the course, that all the things which we are proposing in this course is just a draft. You need to see for yourself, right? So therefore we told in the beginning that the course is going to be very, very interactive by nature. So the last week is basically devoted to the revision of this course, and then we have the major examination. So this is basically the pattern which we were following before the COVID took place, or if there will be certain differences or certain changes, so we will notify you accordingly. Uh, Apart from the course outcomes which you can find in the course or syllabus and so on, a student of this course is expected to get acquainted with ways of understanding and addressing day-to-day moral issues in personal and professional life. Because the first thing which you should understand is that there is a difference between a personal thing and a professional thing, right? You can be a friend of your fellow classmate, but whether you should help that student in the examination is a questionable thing, right? You should help your friend definitely outside the examination hall, but whether there is a need to help him or her inside the examination hall is something which is questionable. And this is something which is not questionable. In fact, this is very clearly stated. But sometimes we do get swayed by our professional and personal goals, right? Like suppose my daughter studies this course, and she has taken this course under me. So I, as a father, may always get swayed away to give her more marks than what she deserves. Now, this is basically the dilemma which a father may face for his daughter, because she's taking the course, right? But then I need to differentiate between this personal and professional understanding, right? So there are many places where we need to differentiate between the personal and the professional goals, and so on. So the first thing which you will be understanding is that we need to differentiate personal life from professional life. First thing first. And the course is a transformative one. It targets to widen the perspective of students towards the intricacies of moral decision making. Because usually, as human beings, we face a lot of problems when we have to take a decision. We have to take a moral decision, because a lot of theories of ethics may not be very clear to tell you that what we should do in this case, what we should do in that case, and so on. So given that, we always face a lot of dilemmatic situations where we do not know exactly what we should do, and maybe the theories may also not tell us in a very prompt fashion that yes, this, if this is the case, then you should do this. There are theories which will tell you about a lot of things, but you may not be having answers to all the questions. Then the clarity of your mind can help you with clarifying your own doubts and taking the right decision at the right point of time. So we will be discussing those things as well. These are basically the recommended books. We will be providing a lot of study material as well. But if you see the third book, that is Gaur and Sangal, 2006, a foundation course in human values and professional ethics, published from New Delhi with Excel Books, is basically the course book, or basically the recommended text, you can say, or the most important book of this course. So, and this book is, I'm pretty sure, very easily available in our university. Many students will be having, it's there in the library, and it's you can also order this book. It's quite cheap as well. I do not know whether the book is available or not, but we will check, and we will definitely provide you with a lot of study material, so you will not face any problem. So this was all from my side as the introductory lecture, or the primer for discourses on human virtues. And I hope you will take a lot of interest in this course, and you will be enjoying it a lot as well. Thank you.